According to what people say, love is blind. Can somebody help me see in between the lines?
Can we at least agree I'm yours and you're mine?
We just need to be willing to fight for our love.
I just wanna love you, babe.
And I want you here, so I'm gonna fight for our love. I'm gonna fight for love.
You and me,
You and me,
you and me.
you and me, yeah. I've traveled down this road of love and war.
I would love to have her call the number 213-407-4816. Danae,
That's
if you
it.
want to call us, though, the number is 213-407-4816. That's going to be the number tonight for anyone, all of the single people. If you want to call in and voice your opinion on this topic tonight, you're welcome to use that number. But welcome to Love and War Talk, everybody.
Love and War Talk Live.
Love and War Live. Exactly. I'm your girl, Ebony Mose.
I am your girl, D-Light.
And this your boy, Mr. E.
What's up, Mr. E? How's
Boy,
your
you
day
made it in
been?
time, didn't you?
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, I'm sorry. We just
What
me
up,
and
Tyron?
wifey- Me and wifey had a dinner date. to,
Nice.
Attend, so I was trying to get here in time to make sure we could.
It was
turn
a dinner
up
date
a
with
little
just
more.
y'all two?
No, it was a double date.
Oh,
Nice.
no. With another married couple? Look, I'm all in the
another married.
business. See, y'all
No,
married
that's okay.
couples. Look,
Another
look.
married couple. Yeah, it was
Look,
Okay.
Married couples hang with married couples. Y'all don't be hanging with single folk, huh?
We try not to.
Bringing
That's
no
trouble.
single heifers around my damn husband.
That's
Child,
trouble.
please.
Oh,
A
That's
little MLK like double date dinner.
okay.
Yeah, straight
Must
up.
be
I love
nice.
it.
Must be
You
nice.
know what? That's a good idea.
Okay.
All right.
Anyways,
Topic
you
tonight,
know, the
Ebony.
topic tonight, y'all, singles. That's what we're going to talk about because, again, I think we haven't really touched on that out of the hundreds of topics. I feel like this nigga always running off and disappearing from the show.
He forgot to grab his cup.
But
Glad
out
you
of, all
forgot.
out of all the topics that we've talked about, we've not really touched on singles and being over 30 or over even 40 and dating after you hit those ages. You know what I mean? It's hard out here for a pimp. And so
Lord
I
have
wanted
mercy.
to talk about it, like the dilemmas, what we run into. Y'all are kind of, both of y'all are married.
Off the market.
But y'all recently, y'all didn't hit, the married
Yeah.
life until after you were 30 and after you was
Yeah.
40.
30 plus.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So we could talk about, everybody could talk about it.
So, Ebony, you've been single for quite some time. So maybe if y'all don't know, me and Mr. E are team married, Ebony's team single. And the question is, what you put out there on Instagram today? What's the question?
Okay, because I'm actually that title, single, over 30, and childless. You know what I mean? And
Is there hope?
is there hope for a person like me? You know what I mean? Why am I still single? What problems have I faced dating over 30 and 35? Because again, there's a lot of men when I'm being over 30, for example, I'm over 30 and men over 35, the older the men are, some of them are more immature. You think the older they get, oh yeah, you think the older they get, they don't play games, they not hoes, they not out here acting like they still 20. Yeah, they still do all of that over 35 and over 30. So
That's interesting. I'm 35.
we got
I'm
a best. Go ahead.
No, I'm 35. Am I immature? I guess I should ask my wife.
Well, there's some men out there. We're not talking about you, but there's some men out there
No,
that's starting over 35.
I could be.
No.
I guess that's something I would need to ask my wife. That's weird.
Right.
I
I'm
think
trying to
Mr.
read
E,
some of
you're-
these. Can you read the comments too, Mr. E?
No.
Okay.
What happened to the
What happened
comments
to the
tonight?
comments? Why you can't
Why
read
your
them?
comments?
Why do you always want to
inconsistent?
blame me for the comments? Like, I don't
Because-
have any control over it. I don't have no control.
I don't understand it. Can somebody please send Mr. E a tutorial on how to
Somebody's gonna
read
have to
your
send him a
comments?
It don't have nothing to do with me. You said it. She always talking about
Why
a
on
tutorial.
Instagram, on his iPhone, he sometimes can read the comments when he goes live, and sometimes as somebody who joins in, he cannot read the comments. Somebody
Sometimes
knows
I
out
can,
there.
sometimes I can't.
Well, we just gonna pray.
We're gonna pray. It says,
All
okay,
right.
so Fed Money Gang Guy said, yes, plenty the right brother is watching or waiting. Plenty of the right brothers. Maybe that's what you meant to say. And then Danae Ridiculous says, most men are immature, single, or married. Well, that's all of them, really.
Okay, so let's just talk about some of your challenges. As a single woman, over 30, can we say 5?
Yeah.
Over 35, single,
Okay,
no kids,
no hiding in that. Okay.
never been married.
Okay.
Is there hope? What is some
mean,
of the issues you've been
I think
facing?
at this point, you know, the older I get, you know, they say that the more pickier you get, but at the same time, I'm more accepting of certain things, of other things. Again, like dating out of my race. I've never really did that before. Now I'm dating out of my race.
Dating out of her race.
Again, dating older men. That's another one. I never really dated
how
older
many kids? What's the limit on how many kids he can have?
Oh Lord, we talking about kids.
See,
That's a whole
what I'm
nother situation.
Saying. If Mr. E. Okay. I'm gonna finish letting her
men
tell
with
us
kids,
some of her
sometimes
challenges.
it depends on if they're great fathers and if they take care of their kids. Age is also a thing. If it's not an infant or a baby, maybe less than 2 years old, you know, because that means that's probably baby mama drama. It's probably a situation where he's still messing with the baby mama. Like, you just never know when the I guess on the age of the child. But I don't have over 4 kids. That's the max. 4 kids, maybe even 3. 3 to 4
so
kids.
he can have kids.
3 to 4 kids.
So
I'm not against that because I don't
you
really
used
want
to be
kids,
against that though. And in your 20s, you didn't want somebody with kids
because I wanted to
never
have
been
that
married.
first child with somebody when I was ready to have kids or when I thought about
But
having
now
kids.
that you
but now
never
I'm
had
like,
kids
I've
and you
never
over
had
35,
kids. Well, you know,
is there hope for her? Ladies and gentlemen.
I had a nigga try to trap me too. That's another thing. He tried to scare me off. So again, that's why I'm scarred too. I just don't want to, you know, waste my time getting knocked up or, you know, falling for the okie doke or, you know, it's hard out here being single.
Who's this?
Uh-oh, we got a
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh, we got a caller. Welcome to Love and War Live.
Bill.
Hey, we'll see if Mr. E can hear you. Let me hold.
Can you hear Mr. E? We got a caller.
A little bit.
Who is this?
Yeah, there is hope. Thank you. Hey, Danae. Hey, what you got to say, girl? Welcome to Love and War Talk. You know, we talking about singles. You're single and over 35, right? What you mean you are and you are not?
I have a situation. I'm going to just leave it at that.
Are you single or are you not?
She in a situation.
I'm in the process of trying to get a divorce. That's what I'm
Okay. She in a situationship.
You're in a situationship. I'm almost heading towards single. So it's being at our age, because pretty much me and you, as a matter of fact, I used to work with her. This is a friend of mine. And being at our age, what complications have you come across dating in your 30s? And, you know, Danae, have you entered 40 yet or no?
Yeah, I just made 40 in August of 2018. So I'll be 41 this year.
And you date men in their 40s, or do you still date guys under 40?
The last guy I dated was 30.
30. Oh, you went 10. You be like acting like me. You know what I mean? Going down. We go all the way down. We go down.
Get you an R. Kelly.
Getting our R. Kelly on. Getting our R. Kelly on. So, anyway. Nobody's child.
I'm just messing with y'all.
So what complications have you come across, you know, being, you know, as a single woman? You're obviously, like you said, you're heading for a divorce, like dating. What complications have you come across?
Like you said, a lot of immaturity, people not being straightforward.
Honesty.
Having a lot of conversation. people act like they don't know how to communicate. Because that's how you get to learn somebody and be in a relationship. Is if you start off communication wise and being honest with your shit. Like, put your shit out there on the table unless you're just trying to smash, then you don't need to put all that out there.
Mr. E will tell you, though, they don't really conversate when they trying to smash, right? They don't be trying to get to know us when they trying to smash. Can you hear everything she's saying, too?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. E, what I gather from her, and I'm going to ask you, why aren't men honest? Because that's what I'm hearing from her.
A lot of men.
A lot of men aren't honest.
They are not.
And they don't communicate.
They hide relationships.
What's up with that, Mr. E?
They hide children. They hide relationships. They hide a lot of shit.
What's up with that?
History, past.
I think it's two sides to it.
They just hide shit, period.
All right, let's check out Mr. E. Let's see what a man got to say.
What you got to say, Mr. E?
I think there's two sides to it. You got two type of men. You got men that are not honest enough, and then you have men that are too honest. And I mean, the thing is, what you really have to ask yourself is how many women are good at accepting the truth. Now, I personally don't believe
What's
in
the truth?
lying. Huh? But I personally don't believe in lying to a woman at the very beginning. I don't believe in that. I think every woman deserves to know the truth in the beginning. Now, you got some women that.
How about misleading? They're not really lying, but they're like.
But to me, that's lying. That's lying.
Okay. You addressed it. Okay.
I'm not an advocate for lying to a woman in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think it counts when you are telling the truth about being a liar, even if you're a liar. You know what I'm saying? I think you should tell somebody, hey, I'm not going to always tell you the truth because I've had a bad experience with it.
And I think you're a stand-up guy, and I think that's why you're not on the market right now. Miss Jones took you off the market.
Obviously.
Because you're a stand-up guy, Miss E. Straight up. But it's a lot of men that aren't honest out there, and that's causing women like Ebony. Like, I mean, and I even had.
And again, sometimes we're not putting ourselves out there. There's another reason why a lot of people are single. They're not out there.
And wait a minute. And how about the communication? Because we didn't touch on another thing that the caller said.
Communication. Guys don't really get to know you. They don't ask questions. They don't want to, court you. They don't, ask about your background, your upbringing.
Therefore, we don't get to really know each other.
They just, again,
So
how many kids do you have? What did I say in the past? How many kids do you have? And do you live alone? Those are the top two questions that you hear dating and being a single person. And even children, even women ask those questions to guys. How many kids do you have? Do you live alone? What kind of work do you do?
But once you get past that, how do you keep it going? Because it's gonna eventually pass that. And if there's a vibe there, y'all gonna smash. And then somehow after the smash, Mr. E,
you gotta figure out if there's common interest. First of all, you gotta figure out if Danae, there's like a feedback going on, Danae. I don't know if you can tune back in live. But we still got Danae on the phone.
But yeah, maybe she can call us.
If you can call back, honey girl,
for calling.
Thank you for calling. My sister said, but call us back because he's got some kind of feedback going on.
Yes. Plus, she can't hear Mr. E because we got the headphones on.
I got two phones. I'm watching y'all handle it.
That's why we got the feedback going on. We got way too much going on.
Love you today.
Love you today. You tune back in. It's okay, honey. I was hearing something.
Keep tuning in
but
and call
in.
back.
We still need you to chime in on the comments.
Okay.
Here. But anyway,
okay,
girl.
Men have a problem with communication, and sometimes we get past getting to know each other, and then once we get past, something happens intimately, and then that is either a making or breaking point. I've seen when I remember back in dating.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Two things. Number one, I can't wait till we get to the people want to know because I got a good people want to know.
Oh, I'm scared.
No, it's cool. It's gonna be cool.
Okay.
But
I'm already shaking my head because I know this shit's for me.
It's for you. It's for you.
I'm already like, here we go.
But no, this one is gonna be. I think you're gonna like this one. This one is gonna be cool.
Love you too, Danae.
But to answer your question, y'all have to remember, and we have to remember.
Hey, House of Wits.
that men communicate different than women. It doesn't mean that we are good at communicating, and it doesn't mean that we're bad at communicating. We communicate different, and you have to keep that in mind when communicating to a man. You know, men are bottom line. That don't mean we won't engage in a conversation, but if you ask a bottom line question, it's a pretty good chance you'll get a bottom line answer. We are not as detail oriented. We're not as elaborate on a lot of levels like a woman is. Then sometimes we'll ask a woman a question, and it'll be a bottom line question, and she'll go on for 45 minutes when we just needed the bottom line answer. So it's like we have to communicate different. And when I communicate with a woman, I've already come to grips with the fact that she communicates different, and I expect her to communicate.
Well, how about
like
when y'all don't call back or y'all don't call for a period of time? I went out with a very close friend of mine the other day. She did marry a person, and he just did not turn out to be. And we're in our, over 30s at this point. You marry somebody and take an oath in front of your family and his family and all his friends and your friends, and your families come together, and basically you are not who the man I married. Like right after that, the communication stopped. He never really he blocked her on social media because there was some things that left her very uncomfortable. She saw some stuff in his DMs on Instagram. It's a lot of things that was going on social media. It's a lot of signs she saw, and ultimately it didn't work out. There would be times that even they tried to work it out, they would get together, and then he traveled, and then they just didn't hear back from each other and whatnot. So I just want to, I think, I hear all that from the single ladies, from ladies who married these guys and end up divorcing within the first damn year. The statistics are pretty overwhelming. Out of 18 and over, 14% of the people are widowed. 24% of the people are divorced, and 62% right now in this generation, it says have never been married. 62%. That's a lot of people that have never been married. You've never been married.
Never been married.
And what
And
you
again,
never
I don't
really had a
plan on-
close boyfriend. What's the problem?
Why does she
Ebony?
always say I've never had a close boyfriend? I've had
You had a
probably
couple.
3 close boyfriends over my time. And again, I take this shit seriously, and I don't really, I just, I either fall in and out of love quick, or, I get bored. It's one or the other. And
Or
that's
they
why
you
my
do, in
relationships
two
don't
of them I
last
did
long.
see there was some kind of stuff that came out and really turned you off, and it was over.
Yeah, I had one that was a crazy cycle. That was the one that was trying to knock me up and get me, to be the wifey and all that shit real quick before we even, planning my life before
they be
kids.
turning people off.
They do shit too. He was trying to trap me. He was doing crazy stuff towards the end of that relationship. And then my mama died, and it really just it was bad timing. So it was a good time to kind of just leave him in that year. But, and then the other one was cheating on me with strippers. You know what I mean? That's the one I was finding eyelashes and shit.
But those be years ago. Like it take you a long time.
Because, and you know what? But don't act like I don't be,
so
mother
strong.
isn't living it in between those.
I mean,
years,
you
just 'cause I'm
live.
like I told her today, once you realize that you don't have to have, what's the word, companionship every single day. Some people are made for marriage and meant for marriage, and some people aren't.
Well, then
and I might be meant for
answered your
marriage.
question to
I
argue.
might be meant for marriage, but I don't need to see my husband or have a companion. Like, I don't need to have that person every single day, or have that person. Like, I like my
Ebony.
alone time, my solitary time. And
Well, you answered your question, darling.
what?
35 and older. 35, never been married. It seemed like you're a person that's comfortable with having your alone time, having your me time, it being about me, myself, and I. You know what I mean? She wanted to come out with that song too. Me, myself, and I.
Janae said it's not too late. Just don't have children unless you want a child or children. And she's absolutely right. I don't want to just be a baby mama. I wasn't going to pop out a baby for anybody. I really wanted the whole marriage, fiance, planned pregnancy.
So why didn't it work out,
pregnancy.
Ebony? Do you choose the wrong guys? Am I Alonza Van Zant in
I've
this
chose
month
some really
tonight?
great guys in the past, but they also
Have you
had
done
the
the
Jekyll
work?
and Hyde, like everybody. everybody's got a Jekyll and a Hyde in them pretty much. But some of the guys I had, even that last one I dated that you hooked me, he was a great potential, but he had crazy.
So is it the guy or is it you?
You seen that nigga? He had crazy Don't be trying to act like it's in me.
You know what?
your
I'm gonna say this.
That
I'm
nigga
gonna
was
say
in
this.
Say it, Mr. E. Please say something. Help a Jesus.
I'm really glad that D-Light put you on the spot and said,
Right.
is it the guy or is it you? Because let's keep it real. A lot of us don't like to take accountability when it comes to fair relationships. I'm not saying you. No, I'm not saying you. I'm just speaking generally. Like,
Right.
That's a good question because I start taking responsibility for failed relationships. Some accountability. Now, don't get me wrong. You can't control other people.
Right.
But what you
Whatever.
can control
Chicken and
is
whiskey.
is the type of people that you allow. You can control the type of people and characters that you allow. And I'm a big believer in warning come before destruction.
Right.
So a lot of times you can see tendencies in people's characters, and it's up to you whether you're going to ignore it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we'll give a person the benefit of the doubt when we shouldn't, and then we don't give a person the benefit of the doubt when we should. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
one thing about it is we have control over the type of people that we allow ourselves to get close to. So you got to take some responsibility. Now, how much of that responsibility is really?
I mean, and I'll be honest with you. These were some really good guys.
I
And
don't
it
date
should have worked.
losers.
Any one of those guys could have been my brother-in-law.
I don't date niggas,
but they did some
hella
stuff
kids,
down the
drug
line.
dealers. No, now those is my
They played
past
themselves.
days.
You played yourself.
I
dudes
date
end
good
up
quality
playing
guys,
themselves.
but again, they end up doing something, or something happens to where
You played yourself.
they play themselves. You know what I mean? And
Let-
again,
let-
it's tough. And I'm not right now in a position where I'm out putting myself as a single person out there to be found. That's another thing. Like, you have to go out to find somebody. You have to be,
And then she don't even do that now.
because I'm working
But
so
that-
busy.
but you know
I'm
what?
busy as hell.
I have another friend. I have a beautiful friend named Coco. Shout out to Coco.
Hi, Coco.
She is so beautiful. And I'll be like, well, Coco, if you at home organizing on a Saturday night, honey, you're never going to find the guy.
That's a great night.
Where do you
I
find
love to
good
organize.
quality
You see
men?
my closet?
Let
I organize.
me ask Mr. E. Where do you find good quality men, Mr. E?
Right. Where do
Come
you
on.
find good besides church? Besides church, because them dudes up in the church be the freakiest ones, man. I ain't got
Well,
time for it.
Don't you
I
get
don't
me
trust
started
these
on
church
the
boys.
church?
I don't trust these church boys.
Okay, you don't.
Well, let
okay.
me say this.
These church folk.
I don't think there is any specific place where there are flawless men and all good men, and I don't think there's a place where it's all bad men.
Where's a good place to find good single men?
I
Maybe
don't
the
think it's a
gym?
specific. I don't necessarily think there's a specific place, but if you want to know the truth, I mean, you can find a good man at the grocery store. You can find a good man at his job working. You can find a good man.
That's what I want, a working ass man. That's where I want to find him, on the job.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you a good place to find a man.
He said
A good
happy
place.
hour after work is where we be. Damn the club.
Well,
That was chicken whiskey.
Okay, but no, listen,
Chicken,
what Mr. E say?
chicken and
Him,
whiskey
he a married.
podcast.
Chicken
I'll tell you
whiskey
a
and them some. They be some
They
hoes.
singles.
I
I'll tell
Hey,
you
see,
what,
they
though.
called y'all some hoes. Shit,
They
Robert
out
J.
there with
do.
them girls. They cute dogs.
They cute dogs.
They
You already know it.
They nasty and they be at
They
the happy
nasty
hour.
at the
And
happy
that's
hour,
where they
rubbing
meet
up
girls.
their
I want to
kisses
ask
and
Mr.
shit.
E. You know, he been taken off the market. And you got off the
That's
market
hella
relatively
funny.
quickly. So
Well,
quality dudes
She
be
said
at.
they hoes.
now I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think that good men hang with other good men. I mean,
And where they be
for
hanging
And
example,
where they hang at? The
I
gym?
mean, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. Saturday, we had me and my wife. We had a housewarming party.
I've seen that. I wanted to go. I seen y'all have
How often people be having housewarming parties?
Okay,
No,
but no,
I'm
go
just
ahead. Just
but-
listen
but-
to them.
But what I was saying was we congregate with one another, so it was a media room full of single men. It was a few married ones, but it was single men, and it was a group of.
Ebony should have been there.
I should have been in
Yeah.
there.
She should have been there.
That's my kind of party.
But I don't think there's just a specific spot where good men congregate. Sometimes you got good men. Sometimes you got men that are that are not good. I mean, Because
Okay.
I mean, I found my wife in a place where I never found good
Where did you
women.
find her?
Her sister used to cut my hair, so it was a barber shop.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
I told my
Who is
friend.
hope for Jamil?
I
child?
told my friend that she would find her. She's a barber and a great barber at that. But
Hopefully
I told
she
her
finds
she'll
Mr.
find
Right.
her husband probably in
In
her
the
chair.
barbershop.
In her chair.
Well,
I need to find
well, see,
out where I'm gonna find mine. Working
Well, see,
somewhere.
my wife does hair, so she worked in the barber shop with her sister.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? So it's like I don't think that that's a ideal place you're gonna find good women because it's a barbershop. But
It's a
I mean,
barbershop.
you can't. But I mean,
But
you can't- I
when
don't
you're
think
going to
it's
get
a
your hair
specific
cut from a female barber is what I'm
So
saying.
y'all listen to this right now. They say that they're for as far as the national population is split evenly between men 49.5% single, and women are 50.5% single. Demographic.
It's 50.5, not 55. 50.5. So it's pretty much
50.5.
even.
Yes,
Pretty
it's
much
pretty
even.
much even. A lot of single men out there, a lot of single women. Is it not just because it doesn't sound like you really need someone or you need the companionship? Like, what do you want out of a relationship?
I mean,
guess that's
you
my
really
question.
just
That's
want
a good-
somebody
that's a
that
good
you
question.
can, again, you want somebody that you can really mesh with. As far as companionship, it's not just about sex, you know what I mean, and kissing and holding hands and shit like that. It's really about having somebody that you can do activities with, that you enjoy doing shit with, hiking, eating with, not just, because that's what people forget to realize. There's more to do than just going out to eat. You know what I mean? So you got to find somebody that
And
you
you know
can
what? One of my
do
friends said that
activities
today.
with, like
She
concerts.
said they
and
went to
enjoy the same kind of
a
music.
comedy show.
Comedy
She
show.
said they went to a comedy
But
show.
some-
And he prayed for her.
See, that's a good man.
He prayed for her
I ain't had
afterwards because they had a good
Boy.
conversation. And he was like, well, I'm praying and believing with you for that. And dude just sat out a prayer.
I need a nigga to set out a prayer for
He
me.
sat out. I said, but see, she
That's
did the work after she been through this relationship, bad relationship. She said she did the work. She literally journaled. She really put it out there what kind of man she wants. And then she said he already has some of the great qualities on that list. So it's kind of like your vision board. So ladies, I have
Make a vision
insight.
board.
Do a vision board about, or at least a journal. My friend, she journaled for about a year. She said she just went and updated her journal on the 10th to add some other things about the man that she wanted. And she said when she went out to the date list she had last night, they went to the Comedy Store, and she said that afterwards he prayed for her. They ended up going to the same church, but they didn't meet at the church. But at the end of the day,
She
I'm
got
saying
a
it's
good
hope
one.
out there, ladies.
There's hope out here.
It's some good guys out there, but men
There's a lot of
learn
guys
how to
that
be
play
better
games, too.
communicators. And with women. And then she also said another thing that I think a lot of women, maybe men, don't know, because this show is a relationship show. This is Love and War Talk Live every Monday night right here on Instagram Live.
Right.
But this show is about men giving advice to women,
Women and
and
women giving advice
women
to
giving
men.
advice to men, and vice
Absolutely.
versa. We giving advice to each other so we can help the people. You feel me?
Right.
So she was saying, she was just saying a lot of good things about like just journaling and kind of jotting it down. Have you started a journal about the man that you want?
Of course not. What
Well-
I'm gonna write them down for?
I think you need to write it down. What do you think about that,
Can I-
Mr. E?
This is what I did. The moment I start changing myself, I start attracting a different type of woman. If you start working on you, Ebony, D-Light, Mr. E, if I start working on me, I'll start to attract a different type of woman. And that's what I wanted to do. And that's why I said that I have to take accountability. I have to take accountability for the type of woman. Y'all got to read the comments to me because I can't see it.
Wait, you finish your comment?
No, it's okay. I was just saying that, if you want to attract a better man or a better woman, I think it really does start with ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
I do believe, and she said she had to, from her past failed relationships, she started working on herself, took some time off for about a year, and she's
great.
she said this is her second date, but it went so well. She's like choosing the different guys after that, but this, what is that?
Ridiculous. That's the name. The one they call.
Oh, she just said dating your best friend. Now, nigga, pray for me 2, and he turned out to be the super lame ass. The end. Date your bestie. I mean, that's true.
Date your best friend.
I mean, that
we can work
that
out
doesn't necessarily
together.
qualify you. Yeah, just because somebody
Yeah.
prays for you, that don't qualify you, but that's a good quality though.
It's a great.
I
quality.
told her
That's a
if
good
a
quality.
man love God, everything else gonna follow.
Right.
If a man love God truly, and
Right.
he desires, he who hungers and thirsts after righteousness shall be filled. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And I feel that a man who chases after God and a man who knows how to love God is gonna know how to love his wife.
But you know
his
what?
children,
That's usually
his
the
daughter,
man.
his son, his mama,
But
dad.
that's
Everybody
usually
your
the man
family.
that most
They
women
don't know
pass
love.
up.
Period.
They
But that's-
pass him up because
That's the man that,
I
that
couldn't
most women
believe-
pass up.
I
Ebony.
couldn't believe.
I'm not passing up the church.
I'm
folks.
just playing.
I'm just
No,
saying
I'm
you
just
gotta
playing.
be
You have
careful.
to hear the church.
I said you gotta be careful. Some of them because they all freaks. They be freaky, boy. Them church folks be having you fooled.
Now you know you like a little
Anyway.
freak.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even
You
know
know
why
she
acting
was
like
there
she
like,
don't like a
I
freaky
like a
dude.
freak. And she just was like,
This
cute
is the
out
second time she said this.
Cute
The
out.
first time I was gonna let him make it. You know you like a freaky dude. What do we?
But no, I'm just saying the church.
on,
She
man.
don't
is
want
freaks.
lame. What I'm hearing
No, I
from,
don't mind
just
lame.
like Danae said, she don't want lame. Okay,
It's
so
not
fellas,
lame.
know how to love God, know how to pray for your woman,
And not be lame.
and not be lame. Okay, that's it. Just don't be a lame.
a
Okay.
cornball.
But I mean, the moment if you attracting a dude that you don't like, you have to ask yourself, what about me is attracting this type of dude? Because you got to.
That's what my friend
That's
did.
She said
did
you got
the
pastors
work.
fucking little boys and shit. You right. You know what I mean?
But you know what?
So that's
Come
why you
on,
gotta watch
that's
some
a
of these
real.
folks in the church.
That's a
And they in there committing adultery and
Come on,
everything else
that's
up
a
in the
real-
church. That's why I said you don't trust all
that
of them in
don't
the church.
happen on a wide scale, y'all.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, but I couldn't believe
Just like
in the
everything
show.
don't make the
Hold on.
mainstream news.
I
Just
couldn't
like-
believe on that show, the show that I liked on the dating show, that they let Pastor Chris go.
Why?
Because it was a nice pastor, gentleman. He went out on a couple dates with a couple of the girls, and they let him go. And they let a bad
because
dude.
he was a cornball.
They let a bad dude kind of, he
But
ended up walking away
if you
with
talk
no
about
shit.
a show, that don't even count because that's ratings. You know the other dude gonna bring more ratings. The cornball ain't gonna bring ratings.
That was true.
So,
His name was
man,
Aaron. His name
that's
was
not
Aaron,
real.
and
We can't
he
even-
was using girls, trying to get to know him. He made everybody think they was his number one, and none of them bros was his
players.
number one.
But you see
And
how
he
old
walked
them
away
niggas,
with
all them
none of
niggas
them.
on that show was hella old and still players and playing games. You see how they was behind closed
Man,
doors.
Ready
They
for
was-
Love is the name of the
Ready
show on
for
If
Love.
y'all have
All
not
all that
seen
is
it,
all that is TV. That's gonna
But
take
binge
It's
watch
grown
it.
ass
That's
men though
entertainment.
acting like
Good.
teenagers.
But
That's
it tripped
exactly
me out.
what it was.
They let Pastor Chris go. Okay, because Pastor
Shit.
Chris was a good damn catch. All right. Anyways, how long we into the show?
I don't even know how long we in.
8:20 or it's 28 after the hour.
Halfway
Um,
through. Damn near.
So everybody, Mr. E, this is kind of like the halfway point of the show. Mr. E is a producer. If y'all want to reach Mr. E, make sure you check him out at Mr. E Diddy or MrEmusic.com.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Does
so
it even
beats.
I want to ask you
Got
real
beats.
quick. Have you worked with anybody recently? What's one of your latest projects?
The very last thing that I've done, I worked on the Chief album, and right now I'm trying to get back. Now that I've moved and everything, I'm trying to get back to the script. So I
Yeah.
got some meetings and stuff lined up for a new film. So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna definitely keep y'all posted.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. If y'all need any
Yeah.
tracks, anybody out there, songwriter, incredible songwriter, beat maker, arranger, song arranger. He can play lots of instruments. Just a great guy. Mr. E, and then my sister. That's one of your hats, right? Hashtags. That's one of your
Yeah.
I'm
hats,
trying to
right?
read her comment too. Yes, definitely. This little
Yeah.
fedora, the wolf fedora, is available now on Hat
That's cool,
HAT
too.
Stacks.
I thought it was hot when I said it.
.com. Okay, well, no,
She
wait
got
a
a
minute.
single hat
Hashtags
on.
online. I'm tripping.
She got a single hat.
The
Hashtagsonline.com.
bachelorette hat.
You already know
I
you're going to be
see the
seeing
name
hats on every
That's
show
cool.
for the next probably month, man. I'm trying to promote
That's cool.
everything. And the earrings, too. I don't know if you can see them, but they're on the website as well.
Hats
Hashtagsonline.com.
and accessories.
Hey, use the code STACKS too for 15% off your order. And
That's
it's free
right.
shipping on all orders. by the way.
And the
It might
Love and
take
War hats
a
coming
week,
soon.
a week or so to get there, but it's gonna get there for free.
Yeah, and the Love and War hat line coming real soon.
Okay.
Team single hashtag.
Single,
I need that.
single AF.
Yeah,
I need that.
All right.
Single
So,
AF.
let's get back into the show, y'all. At the end of the day, Ebony, what is the title of this show again? Let's talk about it. Let
Being
Mr. E
single is us. Or I was about to say
single
AF. AF.
So
Pretty
I have a
much.
question. I have
hashtag
a
single
question.
AF.
Single and over 30. Dating and being over 30. Pretty much that's what we're talking about tonight, y'all, on Love and War Live.
Like not even just single, no kids, never been married.
Single, no kids, never
Right
been
now.
married. There's a lot of people out there that are like me.
62
I'm
out
not
of
the only
100%,
one.
y'all. 62% of the people 18 and over, the stats
And
right
I'm
now.
one of them.
62% have never been married.
I'm one taking
Mr. E.
taking AF. I like that. We need to do that one on the
Taking
hat,
AF.
man.
I
Taking
like that.
AF.
Taking AF.
Ah, that's a good one. We're gonna do that one too for the
Taking
Love and
his
War
fuck.
line.
Taking
That's
as
cool.
fruck.
And taking as fuck. That's
Fruck.
super cute.
Fruck.
Fruck. Look,
Trying to
fruck.
keep it
She's trying
PG
to
for the
keep
people.
it for the
Taking
people.
as
For the people.
fruck.
Hella funny. You know what? I need to do a live show and get people to tell me what the hell we should put on hats. That would be
All
fun.
right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
go.
Taking as that's a new
okay.
one. Hashtag that.
Okay, but anyway.
Mr. E, you was about to
single.
say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a question for Ebony.
Oh gosh, let me drink my drink.
See how always, man.
Sure.
My question
smoke
is,
my pen.
is there at any time a time where you are not only single, but you're not dating, you're not sexing, you're not entertaining, you're not doing none of that. You are single. I don't mean single with a friend you can call at 3 a.m. I'm not talking about single, but entertaining 3 or 4 guys. I'm not talking about single and going out to eat every now and then. I mean completely single. Is there a time that you are not entertaining men at all?
There's been times like that, yeah.
Okay. The reason why I was asking is because
And can I just say that real quick? Save that. I just want to
Sure,
shout
go ahead.
out Rob Hollywood. He said Rob Hollywood falls into that category. Over 30 plus, no kids plus, never married. Well, you and Ebony need to just go ahead and get married.
Now he bad too. Like you said, they hoes. They out there doing too much.
Is he too
Them
freaky?
cute dogs,
But
you
I
know,
liked him.
no,
I think
he's-
you know what I mean.
But
Right.
cute dogs, you gotta watch out. Rashad was a cute dog. You know, that was my
You
ex
put-
was a cute
well,
dog.
You put that right
So,
there.
you know, I know all about it.
All right, Miss E, what you about to say? I'm sorry.
Nah, it's cool. But so
Try
there
to
is a
tell her,
time.
huh?
There is
Yeah, you
there is
did,
times
right.
that you ain't
Sure.
entertaining no men, no dudes at all.
There's been times, and especially when I've gone through things in my life, like the loss of my father, the loss of my mother, I shut everything down.
Yeah, but but I mean just doing it off your own will. And what I mean by
And on
off
my
your
own will, when you're trying to get life together, yeah, I've done that in my 30s. When you go
I
through
would
a
say
point
you're
where you,
still kind of having that moment right now.
yeah, like even
I
right
mean,
now.
we could
but
be
I got
out there in all
somebody,
the Hollywood
you know what I mean?
places, meeting
But-
and greeting.
Yeah, I'm not out
you know.
here cupcaking
No.
and numbers and juggling niggas. That's just not what I'm doing right now. I just
No,
don't have
no.
time for it.
I'm not necessarily saying that you're talking to a bunch of dudes. This is what I'm saying. I mean like a fast almost. Like
Single and not available.
You told me not even a piece of change on the side.
Only Jay
yeah,
Worm
right.
said,
And nothing catastrophic in your life. I'm talking about making a decision. You know what? It ain't nothing
I'm
going
fasting
on,
from men.
from
period.
men, and I've done
Right.
that too. And
Okay.
only
She said she did that.
and I
Mr.
have
E.
done that. Only Jay Worm said, and this is exactly
Without
how I
consent.
feel with Mr. E. Diddy. It's called being single but not available. You're
Right.
single, but
That's
you're not
what-
available.
that
and
is
that's
what-
pretty much me right now because I
Oh.
haven't been available. I haven't opened myself up to fall in love or even go out on dates. Really, I haven't been on any dating sites. I haven't been going out to any happy hours. I haven't been. I've
That's
been focused
alpha.
So you don't have a sexual partner at all.
Well,
Okay,
well,
that's what I'm saying.
She got a piece of change.
I got a
She
piece
got
of
a piece of
change.
change.
I got a piece
No,
of change.
can I finish? But what I'm saying, see, this is my point. This is my point. Another thing is,
Gotta need
you,
tune up.
you have to have a collaboration. Period. You know what I'm saying? You have to collaborate your spirit. You have to collaborate your.
There
thought.
has been an abstinence moment. There has been
Yeah.
a time where
A
I have,
moment.
but meaning where I
A
there
moment.
probably like a year or so, but there was a time where I just shut everything
Right.
down too because I was really hurt also. Oh, and I didn't want to really get involved with another dude. It was just, I just wasn't. I was trying to just do me. You know what I mean?
Do you, boo?
And no obligations, and no relationship shit. No, you know what I mean? Just drama.
Because we all make this mistake, men and women. We all say, "Well, I'm not dealing with nobody, but I got a little partner I'm having sex with." But you're still busy. You're still occupied. And you can never really collaborate things if you involve even sexually with the opposite sex. That goes for men too. A lot of times men don't feel like our emotions are occupied, but they are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And as a matter of fact, if I was to say, well, I'm only having sex with one person, that's usually the worst.
Right.
Because now you got all your concentration on that one person, and you're not being able to tap into yourself.
But see, that person might, that person might be only fulfilling a specific need.
I get it.
So again, everybody has a particular partner or a particular person that they're dealing with for a specific reason, and it might not be for a season. They might be around just for a season or longer. You never know. But I got a good comment I wanted to read here by I am DJ Commando. He said, "Question: do you feel that the dating sites are very effective?" And there's a lot of dating sites out there that I've used over the years, and I mean some. I mean over the years I didn't use before. What was it? 10 years ago they had online booty call.
Online booty
We
call.
met online booty call.
That back page.
No, I wasn't on the back page, bitch. What, bitch?
I wouldn't look at that as no dating site.
Like, bitch, what?
He said
You
back
going
page.
too far. But Tinder, and there's like plenty of fish. Like even my friend just told me you should get on Plenty of Fish, and I heard it was good. And
then do they be just wanting to smash?
A lot of them do. It's kind of hard. How do guys like? What are the girls like on online?
I have
dating
friends
sites?
that
Because
hate
a lot of the guys that I've come across are hoes, or they trying to come over.
Yeah, they just
How many kids do you have, and do you live alone?
Okay. And I just want to say shout out to DJ Commando.
That's family right there for sure.
Hi, baby. Court DJs in the building.
Dating sites. We've talked about online dating before, but we need to talk about it again.
Online dating
We said we could do the whole show, but we have talked about it. But we could do the whole dating sites. We need to actually go down the list of all the dating sites and experiences and which ones are considered the horror sites, because I didn't know Tinder was considered a fucking like makeup or what do you call it, booty call site, but all of a sudden it's a hookup site.
No, I don't think that's necessarily.
Man, I had a profile. I like fishing. I'm doing the most on there. Niggas is on there like, you trying to smash or not? Like,
I mean, that's anywhere you go. That's anywhere you. I mean, it don't matter a dating site. Dudes are dudes. So some dudes want to smash. Some dudes want to be in a relationship. And is it
the ones that I'm matching with that maybe, or am I selecting the wrong matches? That's another thing I'm trying to consider, bitch. Is it the match that I'm selecting?
Possibly.
You go
because when you swipe in the shit, you match with the person.
Visual, right?
Visual. That's not the best one.
It might be the match that I'm matching with that I'm picking the wrong ones. So I need to go for the ugly niggas, is what y'all saying.
No, just
you sound like a single person. You sound just like a single person.
We wonder why she's single, over 35. Never had any kids, never been single.
There's a lot of people here in Iowa that use dating sites. Man.
Y'all ain't got nothing else to do in Iowa but to use dating sites.
Don't do Iowa. Do not do Iowa.
Mr. E, he
Shout
asked
out to Iowa, man.
Mr. E, I think it's either Rob, it might be Rob and J Dude, but he asked, have you ever been to the DR? Dominican Republic? I think that's what he meant.
The DR go down, y'all? Do it go down?
It go down.
See, yeah, they like that's where that age
It's a
be
good
though.
dating place to visit. We headed there in May for a bachelor party. See, bachelors and shit going.
Wrap it up.
See, you gotta watch it.
They got
doing
that Brazil.
tummy tucks and shit out there, though. That's what I wanted to go out there for.
They got more than that tummy tuck.
Hey, let me ask you something, Ebony.
What?
I give you a good way to eliminate the wrong kind of guys.
Oh,
please help me. I'm
Won't you start telling everybody you abstinent until you get married? Now, I'm gonna show you something. That don't mean you gotta mean it. That don't mean you gotta mean it. Okay, but watch this.
We can lie a little bit.
It's gonna chase the wrong one. It's gonna chase the wrong ones away. It's gonna.
But and then there's a catch though. Because somebody like me, if a woman tell me I'm abstinent until I get married, I'm interested. But the only thing about it is now I'm going to look at everything about her. And if who she is don't justify me trying to wait until we get married, then I'm not going to stay around long. Which means not only do you do that, but you got some work to do on yourself because you got to make it make sense for him.
You know, and that sounds great for somebody who's looking for a husband, but
I mean,
you mad if you single?
I'm not mad.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. Why would you even
ask for some help? But I'm not mad that I'm single. I'm okay that I'm single.
No, right.
Maybe
right,
when I'm
I'ma tell you
40, I'll
this.
try that.
Dating.
That's why you are
Dating.
happy with it.
But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, to me, dating is for getting married. Otherwise, I'm not gonna date. I'm just gonna fuck. I'm not gonna date. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's what the hell I've been doing the last. Don't tell me that's what the hell I've been doing.
I mean,
that's all you want.
15 years.
Just
I'm just saying no, because again,
why would you want to date and not get married? Like,
I mean, well,
that's
you
what
just
you
haven't.
wait
I
for.
haven't met anybody that has made me feel like
No.
what?
Okay,
I want to spend the rest of my life. And again, maybe
No,
when
let's
I
try this
meet
again.
a
Let's
person
try this
like
again.
that,
He gotta try
I
it
feel
again.
that way.
Let's get to the bottom line.
But I don't
Let's get
feel
to the
that
bottom
way.
line.
I have never met nobody that wanted to just marry.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, let's try this again.
Okay, Mr. E,
Let me
start
read
reading
these
these comments.
off my
All right,
feet.
go ahead. Hurry
Real
up.
quick. Do you want to be married?
Eventually, but not tomorrow.
Okay. Hold on. Let's make some progress.
Maybe
Let's make
in
some
my
progress.
40s.
Make some progress.
In my
Okay,
40s.
let's make some progress. If you want to be married, from now on, you should date to get married. Period.
Right, because I'm
that's
getting
another
old.
way.
Right.
Because that's another way to eliminate a lot of ineligibles.
You're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you're waiting till you find who you think is the
But
right person.
I'm also okay if I don't get married. So my
No,
thing
I
is,
get it.
I'm not like
Are you?
planning on it.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, I'm not with that.
Why are
I'm
you
not with
not?
that. No.
Well, let me say
I'm
this.
okay.
Let me say this.
I
Let me
like
say
that.
this.
I'm
Somebody
okay.
in my life.
I'm
You know
ready
what
to
I'm saying?
travel the world.
Well,
And
let me
be
say
good.
this.
Me
Let
and
me
my
say this.
dog, and we out of here.
Let me say this. You have to figure out if you want to be married. If you want to be married, then it's not okay if you're
You
not
know,
married.
I'm not opposed to it. Again, as a single woman, and I just turned 38, I'm not opposed to it. I haven't found anybody that made me, put me in the spirit, put me in the mood. So I haven't.
We need a
even
part
looked
two
for
of
anybody.
this. We need a part two of this. Because what you're going through, a lot of women are going through.
Oh my goodness.
And it sounds like you are at a point where you're trying not to set yourself up for disappointment if you don't get married. But the truth of the matter,
And I would probably be okay if I
probably would have
don't.
said, is she worth the wait? To kind of like, I guess, piggyback what you was talking about with a woman saying, I'm
You gotta
I think I
yourself
see
worth it.
something about a 90-day
Are
rule
you
up
worth the
there
wait?
too.
No,
I think
that
somebody
don't
said-
work. That's not good.
You don't like the 90-day rule?
It's
No,
scrolled up
that's
past
some
it.
bullshit. But
It's a
this is what I will say. What I will say is let a man know, hey, listen, I'm not going to have sex until I get married. And then what he's gonna do is he's gonna think about, are you even worth that?
And if she wifey material, right? Oh shit! You must have got a call.
He cut him off.
You got a call.
No, my battery. Okay.
It says, Ebony, do you abide by the 90-day rule of any kind?
That's some bullshit.
My
Don't do
90-day
that.
rule. I don't know
That's
about
some
no
bullshit.
90-day
Don't do
rule.
that.
Danae said,
But
great
let me tell you
advice,
something.
Mr. E.
If
Great
y'all
advice.
love if y'all love each other, you're not gonna even last 90 days. And somebody like me, I'm gonna ignore you if you say that you're gonna be absent until we get married. But I'm gonna be curious to know what about you justifies that, because that has to be justified.
Right.
Something about your spirit and your character has to justify making a dude wait on and y'all have sex on your terms, which means you have to be a superstar. And I believe that's who you are. But what will happen is you'll eliminate a lot of bullshit dudes because they won't even entertain it.
Because I think you'll know when you find love. Go ahead.
You'll know it.
But I mean, I want to be
And
around
I've
that
been.
person.
And
You
I've
wanna
been
be
around
that person more.
You already know you want to spend more time with that person.
Yeah.
And I felt that way before. What I'm saying is I haven't felt that way in a while. And I'm okay being alone. And if I don't ever feel that feeling again, nigga, then a bitch ain't getting married. Because I need to feel the feeling. I don't, you don't want to waste your time. Like forever is forever. And you got to have a fucking feeling that again.
But there's a man. But let's not even entertain that, because there's a man for you. So
It
let's not
is.
even-
There is.
let's
God
not
made
even-
him for me. He did, and he probably gonna show up in a little bit. Don't
Okay,
worry.
okay,
He
all
probably
right.
on
So
the
with that
way.
in
Don't
mind-
worry.
She happy with herself. Can we read this comment with that
Real
in
quick,
mind?
only Jay Worm, he said, so if you're interested in someone, but if he or she is not over the whole phase, do you still wait around for that person if you still have
No.
feelings for them?
I
This
mean,
is, this
Miss
is what I
Eden here.
believe. I believe that God orchestrates things in the right time.
time.
Okay?
Right.
And I feel like in God's time, it will be time for him and it'll be time for you. Timing is everything. So you're not going to run into your
He said, let me get under my account. What up?
Yeah. You're not gonna run into your husband in the wrong time. When you run into your husband,
man.
it's gonna be the right time.
It's gonna be the right time.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
it's
the
gonna
right
be the right
time. I
time.
don't
And
know
the
when it's gonna
nighttime
be.
is the right time.
Again, I'm in no rush. I might, like you said, meet him at the grocery store because that's where I spend a lot of my time. At the
Right.
grocery
Not
store.
in this zip code, though, child.
But the
Not
best and the
over
best
there.
thing and the
Not
best
where?
thing you can do, the best
Not
thing
in
you can do
Pomona,
right
maybe
now,
in Claremont.
the best thing you can do is work on Ebony because that's gonna be because
And my
that-
friend did that too. She said she worked on herself for
You
a
just work
whole
on Ebony.
year.
And that's what I've been doing. And again, if I don't have children, that's another. People are always asking, you're getting older. Why you don't have a husband yet? Why don't you have children? Are you worried? You know, your clock is ticking. It's like, you know what? If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I do.
Man, this gonna happen.
I'm gonna be okay. I can see myself traveling the world, being if I never were to get married, I'd be 55, up in Paris somewhere.
It's
Or
gonna
traveling wherever. It may
Now, let me
happen.
tell you
And I
something.
might be in Paris with my husband. I might be there with my dog. You never
You
know.
know what, but you know what? Can I be honest with you? Marriage is probably waiting on you. Your husband is probably waiting on you. He's probably already ready. I'm just saying. He's
But
probably waiting
if
on
she
you.
if she would, I just hope he can he make the checklist.
And look at
and
Rob over
he
there.
make-
Me and Ev having a
Nah, she's
FaceTime
gonna-
date tonight over a glass of whiskey.
I know that's right. You need to have a
That's
FaceTime
hella
date
funny.
with her tonight. Okay, that sounds
Hella
real
funny.
romantical.
Oh,
I'm
my
proud of you,
goodness.
nephew. I'm proud of you for that one, nephew.
I don't even know if you got my new number.
Yeah,
Did you get my
she
new
got
number? I got
All
a
right,
new number.
So,
Anyway.
Mr. E, time is running out. Can we do People Want to Know right now?
Yeah,
or
because we
what?
do got to
Yeah.
wrap this thing up. Wrap this thing up.
Okay, so I want to do the people want to know, and I want to do it different. I
Oh,
want to do
Lord.
something different.
Let me sip my drink every
I
time.
done got just scratched all up today, child. Oh, this with my dog.
This is what I want to do for the people want to know. I think there's a lot of women
At the
that,
winery, girl.
I think there's a lot of women that really want to know how men are and how we respond and how we think and how we communicate. And there's men that want to know how women respond and how they communicate. What I want to do with you, Ebony, is I want to do a role play
Okay.
with you and me. We're gonna pretend like we're just now sitting down for a date because I want to see.
Hey. See, the dogs don't even
Jealous.
trying to hear that shit.
They jealous.
They ain't trying
They
to hear
hating.
that shit. This is what happens
But-
when you got. Hey! Look.
Yeah, hey, y'all
Okay.
started
At my
early
studio,
too.
look.
We started
Hey,
early.
but you know what? Y'all started early. See, I ain't been giving the dogs. no
That's her
attention for a long
dog. That's her
time.
dog. Her
You
dog
know,
got
her-
ADD.
And you hear her
Hey!
dog in here too.
Give me my belt.
Somebody gonna
Give
get
me
a whooping.
something. Somebody getting a whooping. Go ahead. Get your asses over here. Give me my belt. Okay.
See, if I was your date, I'd be like, I'm out.
Right. And she done ruined it. She over there trying to beat her
Anyways.
animals. She ain't the one. She ain't the one.
Nah, I'm just
Okay.
messing.
Okay,
Okay,
shut
so
up though.
I want to do.
What's
I
the
wanna
role
do
play?
a role play. I want to do
Okay.
a role play. Give yourself a name, not Ebony. Give yourself a name. I'm gonna give myself a name, and we're gonna act like we on a date, and you show me how you communicate. And then
Sade.
Ooh,
Sade.
she Sade today,
That's
baby.
kinda-
Sade.
See you get
Look, Sade.
Sade.
I'm fucking with you anyway.
Ooh, Sade. Damn.
Sade,
Okay.
Anyway,
Damn.
We
Sade.
done lost time.
My name is
Go ahead.
Sade.
Okay.
Okay.
50 minutes after. Role play fast.
Role
We gotta
play
go,
Come on.
gotta go.
We go. Okay.
Oh,
we'll do
okay.
it.
Because,
I'm
yeah,
gonna be doing-
we started early.
I'm gonna be Big Mike.
Okay.
Okay, Big
Lord.
Mike. We know
Okay.
Big Mike in Dallas, too, so that I don't like it. But go ahead.
You ain't no
It's hella
you
big
married
mics. I know
woman.
like
You
3
married.
big mics.
Hurry
bitch.
up.
We trying to marry her off.
We gonna
Okay.
have to
We
be a
trying to
part
marry
two
her
'cause
off.
I know
go
3
All
big
right,
mics.
anyway.
Go ahead.
Big
Anyway.
Mike and
And
Sade.
Sade.
Tell E his name is Rob.
He shot. Hey, shoot your shot, Rob.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
All
You know
of
what?
Mr. D,
Shout out to
Mr.
Rob. I'm gonna be Rob. I got you, Rob. I got you, Rob. I'm gonna be Rob. Don't even worry about it.
Y'all got my
Don't
cheeks
even worry
hurting
about
over
it.
here.
Rob and Sade.
My cheeks hurt. My cheeks hurt. Okay, go
Okay.
ahead. I'm smiling too
Okay,
much.
we need to get it. Come on, we need to get in back mode.
Come
okay?
on, let's
you got
go.
your hat on. You need to pose
I'm
like you want to
ready.
be shown.
Okay,
Okay.
Rob.
All right,
Okay, I'm ready.
Rob, I got you.
I'm serious.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Serious face. Serious face.
All right, we on in 3, 2, 1. So you said your name was Sade. Well, Sade, I really appreciate you joining me. I know it's the middle of the week, but I appreciate you joining me on such short notice.
Well, thanks
So,
for inviting me out.
Oh man, it's my pleasure. I haven't had the opportunity to look at such a beautiful woman in a long time.
Aw, you're trying to butter me up.
No,
She gonna kiki her right in.
you know what I'm
Nigga
saying?
don't want it. A nigga don't want it after that.
Anyways,
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
So anyway, tell me something about yourself, Sade.
like something, like I'm a vibrant thing. Like, what do you mean something? What do you got to be more generic. That's a generic ass question. Tell me something. I want you to ask
No.
a specific question.
Now I'm starting to see why she's saying
This is exactly what I want you to ask some
No, this is why you single. This is why you single. This is why you single. This is why you single.
First couple questions.
Tell me
went well.
something about your
That's
head.
why you scrutinize everything.
And then it just
You could have said.
tell me what
You
you
could have.
motherfucking think.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell
Okay,
me something
okay,
about yourself.
okay.
Well, I have
Tell
a
me
degree.
something.
What
That's
do you like? I
very
work in
vague. That's
construction. Like, ask something specific, guys. Just tell me something about yourself. Well, I like pasta. What the fuck am I supposed to say? You asking?
D-Light, do me a favor.
You're
D-Light,
asking
do me a
her
favor. That's why
But
she's
you're
single.
asking.
D-Light, do me a favor. Hold on,
One
Ebony.
generic answer. One generic answer.
D-Light, do me a favor. D-Light, ask me to tell me something about myself. Can
Oh
you do that?
God. Oh, Mr.
Why don't you
D-Light.
tell me something about yourself, Rob?
No,
Okay,
after
well,
all
it's
that,
a-
I don't want to know nothing, honey.
You know
Run
what
for
I'm
the
saying?
hills, Rob. Run
You know
for
what I'm saying?
the hills.
Okay, now D-Light, ask me to tell you something about me.
You know, Rob,
Tell me something
tell
about
me a
yourself,
little
Rob.
something about yourself. He said me. Let me show you how this game really
There you
works.
go.
Let me show you why
There
I'm
you go.
married.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, Rob, so tell me a little something about yourself.
It's a lot of aspects about me, but I can start with telling you I like music. I've been in music for a long time. I'm very principle oriented. I'm single, and I'm just looking for the right woman. You know, I think I have a promise in life, and I would love to share it with a woman. Hopefully, as beautiful as you.
And I was just about to say, you are extremely sexy. I find it hard to believe that you married.
Hard
That you're
to
not
believe
married.
That you're not married.
Well, no.
You know, Mrs. Jones
I
kicked in,
believe
though.
in my-
Mrs. Jones was like, bitch, he married.
Hey, look,
I
we're
believe
running out of time,
I believe my wife is very near. So meanwhile, I'm just trying to prepare myself.
Right.
Oh man, this
Well,
was
look,
such a great
yeah,
show,
we
y'all.
we gotta do this role play again.
We
another
are
time.
running out of time.
You know what I'm saying?
We definitely have to
Running
do
out
a
of
part
time.
2 of this and maybe talk about single and online dating again.
Yeah.
But anyways, we've got 1 minute left, y'all. We appreciate everybody for tuning in to Love and War Talk, Love and War Live. Make sure you follow the Love and War Talk page on IG, Love and War Talk. Follow at
Gmail.
On Their Divas.
Yeah, Love and War Talk. Follow that on Instagram Live.
Okay.
Love and War Talk at gmail.com.
If
That's
you
where
want to
you
email
hit
us.
up. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And follow
Yes.
by Mr. E. Diddy, y'all. 49 seconds. Anybody want to say anything else?
Mr. E, go ahead.
Somebody trying to call in. We running out of time. Oh, that's another 212 number. 214 number. That's Dolly calling us.
Mr. E, that's all right. You can't say nothing
What
else.
time we
I
FaceTiming? You better
Love
FaceTime me
y'all.
now because I'm going to be in bed in about 30
Thank you
minutes.
so much for watching us and joining us live right here on Love
We
and
love
War.
y'all. Love and
Love
War
and War
Talk.
Talk live.
Okay, how do we end this bitch? Oh, there we go. Right there.
Ended.
And
You and me.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh, damn! I think you let it go.
Oh no! And